Hi everybody, this is Dixie with Bling Dad here. Today I wanted to show you how to use our two-step foil adhesive and the textile foils, and I'm going to also show you at the same time how to create a Mardi Gras color block shirt. Those are the new popular things this year. They're very, very easy to make. You actually don't even need to use a cutter. You can use a pair of scissors and it'll work just fine. But everybody always calls me about the two-step foil. Everybody seems to be a little bit scared to use it, so I'm going to show you it's really, really easy. So this is a piece that I had pre-cut already. Now you're going to see that we're going to have a rough side and then we're going to have a smooth, shiny side. You're always going to cut on this rough side here, and when you cut on the rough side, you're going to cut it, of course, just like you would regular heat transfer vinyl. It's basically the same as cutting regular heat transfer vinyl, and so that means you're going to mirror image it. Of course, here I'm doing just a rectangle. Don't need to mirror image it. It is an easy material to weed. So you can see I'll just go ahead and do this real quick. And also this is a very, very, very stretchy material, which is unlike a regular heat transfer vinyl. This is going to be really good for like cheer apparel, sports bras, things like that, because it is very, very stretchy. So let's go ahead and show you how to apply. I've got my first layer here. Now if you're going to see here, I took a Sharpie, and I'll show you on the next piece too, and I kind of just made my contour of my shirt and took a pair of scissors and just cut it. So it was easier to do that, easier doing it that way rather than trying to get it a perfect cut in my cutter. Okay, so I'm going to swing my heat press on over, and you're going to see that I'm going to be at about between like 305, 312 degrees. With this foil adhesive, it is very particular on temperature. You do not really want to go over 312. And your first press is going to be for 5 seconds. Okay, so that's 5 seconds. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove it while it is still hot. It is very important that you do this while it is hot. This is a hot peel product. And if you see, I did have some tape here. I had some heat transfer tape that I just kind of used to hold it in place, just because it is a very, very long piece. All right. Okay, so you can kind of see it on the shirt. It gives it kind of a, it's clear, but you're going to see like a little bit of a shininess where the foil has been applied. So now let's go do the first step of our foil. So I'm going to go yellow for my first layer. Now the wonderful thing about foil is it is kind of seamless when you line it up. So you don't have to cut a big piece. So you can see my foil is 12 inches. It's not going to cover my entire design on this end. So I just cut it into 2 pieces. That way I didn't have to waste a big old piece of it and just kind of overlap. Now, one thing I did want to mention too with these textile foils is every once in a while it will give it a distressed look, even if you're not trying to achieve that look. So just kind of keep that in mind. Okay, so I'm going to pull this on over, and I am going to press for 10 seconds. Same temperature. Alright, so that is 10 seconds. Now, the important thing with this is this has to be completely cool to the touch before you go ahead and remove it. So your first press is always going to be hot. Your second press has got to be cold. So I'm using here, this is just kind of a heat pack. I'm using this, it's completely cold right now. And what this heat pack does, it helps to draw the heat up so I don't have to wait as long. So I'm just going to kind of sit it here for a second. Alright, and it kind of helps to just kind of pull the heat off. Alright, so I'm completely cold to the touch. So I'm going to go ahead and start removing my foil. Doesn't matter which way I remove it from. Okay, and you're going to see it's coming out real nice. Now here we have a little bit of a raised area, so it looks a little bit more distressed there. You can see where I told you it's going to be seamless. Looks perfectly seamless. Okay. Alright, and again, you can see a little bit of distressing there just because that's kind of where the seam is on the shirt. So that's kind of a normal thing. Alright, so I have my second layer, and you're going to see I took a Sharpie and drew some lines right here. and just to show you how it's going to line up. So I'm going to trim it. That's where I'm trimming. So on the next one, I'll actually show you how to draw the lines on it. So I'm just going to kind of trim this piece off. Trim it off on the other end. All right. I'm going to do a slight bit of an overlap. Not a lot of overlap, just enough so it looks kind of seamless. All right, because I do want it to kind of have more of a seamless look. All right, okay, so now I'm going to use some parchment paper to cover this. All right, now you're going to see this is super, super shiny. As I do my second press, it's going to make it a little bit more matte. It's still going to be shiny, but it's not going to be as shiny as it is. I kind of like it that way. It kind of gives it a vintage distress type look and also a screen print type look. So again, we're going 5 seconds. Okay, 5 seconds. And then we're going to do the same thing, hot peel. So you're going to see we got more of a matte type look now this time. I kind of prefer that look. Let me get up under here and pull this. I'm smoothing it out just so it's going to be a nice press when I put my other layer down. I don't want to have any kind of seams. Alright, I'm going purple next. Okay, so I'm just going to line my purple up right here. Perfect. You want to make sure it covers the entire design. That's a very important thing. Okay, since I've got a layer down here, I'm going to use my parchment paper again. And just so y'all know, you can always use parchment paper in lieu of a Teflon sheet. And you can actually use the same piece of parchment paper over and over quite a few times. So we're going to do, of course, 10 seconds. And we're going to go do the whole cooling thing again. So let me get my little cool pack. And again, this is just a little pack you can put in the microwave oven or do a cool or hot pack. That's all that is. I got this from Walmart and it just helps to cool things down faster. You can use this for the regular heat transfer vinyl too. And I'm really loving the way that this gold layer is looking. It looks really nice. Again, you have to do it completely cool to the touch. That's the most important thing. If you keep in mind, you do 310 for 5 seconds, hot peel, and then 310 for 10 seconds, cold peel, your foil will come out nice almost every time. All right. Okay, and you'll see we have the seamless look again. Now you're going to see it came up a little bit here because that's where my seam is, and that's okay. Now I have a little bit of a line here. I'm going to try to get rid of that line, so let me show you how to do that. Super, super easy to do. If you see any kind of distressing that you don't like, just cut a little piece of foil and just cover it. Okay, so I doubt it's going to do anything over here, so I think I'm going to leave that area alone. All right, so let me just go tap this down for 10 seconds again. And so y'all are live with me making the shirt, so you can see exactly how I do it. All right, so again, we're gonna have to go cool it down. Excited to see how the purple is amazing. The purple is totally awesome looking. I love it. Okay. All right, so now for my next one, what I'm gonna do. All right, so you see I patched it up and you can't see that there was a spot there. And you can actually see that that line did kind of get covered up. You see the line right there. All right, so we're on to my last layer. So let me show you then how I go about cutting it to trim this, and then I'm going to show you how I did the thing with the marker. Okay, and I'm a dirty crafter. I just kind of let everything fall to the floor while I do things. I know it's a horrible habit, but it is what it is, right? All right, so we're going to line these two up. We're going to do a little bit of an overlap. It doesn't matter which way we go. Okay. All right, so Sharpie. And all I'm doing is just doing my little contour line right there. And drawing my contour line right here. So that's just so I can get it through, going over the whole shirt, the whole width of the shirt. You don't necessarily have to do that. It's kind of up to you. The last color block shirt I actually only made it about 15 inches across the chest, and it looked really nice on. And it still had a nice look. This is, I'm just doing a complete color block for the entire width of the shirt, just to do something a little bit different this time. All right, so you're just going to carefully line it up. Parchment paper, or of course Teflon sheet, whatever you prefer. All right. All right, we're back to 5 seconds. And 5 seconds goes by quick, so, all right, that's my last layer. All right, so I'm gonna grab it and pull it off. Okay, smooth it out. All right, so I'm on to green. And everybody always does purple as the top color, so I just wanted to do something a little bit different today. Just kind of give it a unique look. And I think this would be kind of cool if you wanted to do like a flag shirt too. Like a patriotic shirt would be kind of cool. Maybe that'll be my next project. All right, so we're back on to 10 seconds, and this is the last layer. Now after this layer, I'm gonna do one more thing after it cools down, so I'll be sure to show you what I'm gonna do. Because remember, it's always going to be really shiny if we don't do a second press. So I want everything to match, so I'm gonna go ahead and go do another press on it. All right. And I'm telling you, this little cool pack here, this is like the best kept secret in the t-shirt industry. Nobody will ever tell you to use one, and it cools down your HTV like so fast. All right. And this is my last layer. All right. So again, I see a little bit of a line here, so I'm going to go ahead and just kind of patch that. I'm just going to kind of cover it down. And this will work out anyway because we wanted to do one final press on it anyway. Alright, so this is it. All I need to do is wait for that one little patch area to cool. Now another cool thing about these foils that I do want to tell you is you can layer the foil adhesive on top of foil and it'll work just fine. So even if you mess up on something, you can go patch down another piece, and you can also stick the foil on top of that piece that you patched down, and it'll work just fine. The biggest thing to remember is to just kind of control your heat. If your heat goes up too high, it is going to kind of burn off the adhesive, and then your foil is not going to want to stick. All right, so here we go. Let me press one more time just to kind of get it that look that I want for the whole shirt. Alright, so it didn't take me too long to make this shirt. And like I said, you really could just do it with scissors. You don't even need to use your cutter. So, and I'm like really liking the way it looks. So it's nice and smooth, and so I'm gonna kind of hold it up. So here we go. Here's my color block shirt. So I'm all ready. I can't wait to wear it. So thanks for watching. If y'all have any questions, feel free to give me a call or message me on Facebook. I'm always available to help y'all out. So thanks for watching, guys. Bye.